We want to multiply and divide rational expressions, and right now we're looking at simplifying rational expressions. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to factor the numerator and the denominator. And for this example F here, the numerator is already factored, so we can just leave it as x plus 4. And in the denominator, we see that we have x squared minus 16, so that's going to be difference of squares. So we can say x minus 4 times x plus 4. And now we have all factors joined by multiplication or division. So now we can cancel, we can divide out common factors. So we have an x plus 4 in the denominator, and we have an x plus 4 in the numerator. Now, it kind of looks like there's nothing there, but really there's a 1 understood here because this is 1 times x plus 4. So when we cancel that out and there doesn't look like there's anything left in the numerator, there's actually going to be a 1 left there. So this will be 1 over x minus 4 as the final, most simplified version. Now we can take a look at the next one, and we have to factor both the numerator and the denominator. So we have to come up with two numbers that multiply together to get x squared. So we have x and x, and two numbers that multiply together to get to -3. So that will be 3 and 1. And then we need to add to -2. So the bigger number needs to be negative and the smaller number needs to be positive. So we're all set there. And then in the denominator, we have to factor that as well. So we have x times x. And we need two numbers that multiply together to -6, but then they're going to add to -1. So the number that goes here and here, they have to be only one number apart. So we'll put 3 and 2, and they have to be negative. So they have to add to -1. So again, the bigger number has to be negative. So we'll have negative and positive. And now we have all factors that are joined by multiplication or division. So we can look and see what we can cancel. And here we have a factor of x minus 3 and a factor of x minus 3. So we can cancel those out. And what we're left with is just x plus 1 divided by x plus 2. Now, this next one over here, example H, again, we have to do some factoring. And in the numerator, both terms have an x, and both terms are divisible by 2. So we can factor out a 2x. And what that's going to leave us is x plus 5. So in the numerator, we have two terms. We have a 2x term, and then we have an x plus 5 term. In the denominator, we have to factor that as well. So we need two numbers that are going to multiply together to get to 3x squared. So one of them is going to be 3x, and the other is going to be x. And now we need two numbers that multiply together to get to 5. So that's going to be 5 and 1. But later they're going to have to add to 16. So 5 times 3, that's going to get me really close to 16. So we'll put the 5 here, and we'll put the 1 here. And everything needs to be positive. And that is the factored form. And then we see that everything's joined by multiplication or division. So then we can cancel from the numerator and the denominator the common terms. And then what we're left with is we are left with 2x divided by 3x plus 1.